Software stocks on a tear here as Workday having some M&A news. Semiconductors have a nice little bid here going, although they had a pretty epic dump into the end of the day. We did have Applied Materials reporting after the bell. They are down just a little bit, down about 14 points there. But the big story of the day was software. You can see IGV here catching a huge bit up 3%. And that was really the culprit for SMH coming back in, which did kind of ruin my day a little bit here, as we had SOXL this morning off of the lows, and we still had a really nice gain booked on it. So it's not neither here nor there, but it was a little annoying. You can take a look at this: 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 red in a row on SOXL into the end of the day. So 130 to the close was pretty much straight down. We are getting a little bit of a bounce now. So yeah, AMAC getting a bid there, and you can see the SOX. They did hold their respective put walls here. Right there, you can see the SOX there at, well, actually it was a dealer buy level at 550. So we'll see if that does, this ends up just being a fake move here. But SMH here, little put wall kind of intraday at 590. If this goes down, I would expect 575 to be your level there. But the grace I'll give it here is that this was all, pretty much related to IGV, and IGV had a huge move, and that's just the dispersion index doing what it does here and kind of wrecking things. So we had a nice bid in semis intraday. We talked about in the morning video, looking for 600 if it gets up there. It got really close, got to 598 essentially, and then it just dipped. So you do have a rejection at the 50-day as well, but it closed up on the day. So I'll leave the jury out just till the weekly close tomorrow. But again, Workday, huge move. Up just under 20%. And I was just saying this to members. I've never seen this type, by the way, beautiful technical rejection there. But I've never seen a $50 billion company. And again, keep in mind, this was like a $35 billion company at the beginning of the day. But I've never seen that happen where this, look at where this news came out, right? At 1430, so that's 230. It moved the whole SPY, right? And the Qs. This is not NVIDIA, right? This is Workday, right? They could disappear tomorrow and nothing would happen, right? As far as the index weighting. But what that tells me is, based on what IGV did, there's still a shitload of shorts in software. And I mean, just take a look at, INTU. This is one I actually had with the swing service a little while back here, but look at the failure to delivers here. Big jump in that. And this is just one I just happened to look up here before the video, but yeah, INTU, look at this, up 7%. And again, huge monthly level, monthly 200 MA. It's never been tested before into the 2020, pandemic, reversal there. So these software stocks that everybody said was dead have rallied and come back from the dead. But that you can see, I mean, the second IGV got a bid, it was pretty much all she wrote for SMH. So I will give it some grace because I know why it came in, and MAGs didn't help either. MAGs kind of caught a bid towards the end of the day. If MAGs were like choppy, then SMH might have just been choppy. But that's just the way it works here now. It's very hard to get a positive, yeah. I mean, we have positive breadth here today. The VIX was up a little bit. I would think that would have unclenched some of the negative correlation, but that just wasn't the case. Memory still did pretty good. DRAM, again, it did come in off the highs. That's still up 4%, and that's basically Korea. EWI did touch the 50-day, and if we look at an after hours look, I'm going to try and pull up the 4-hour. It did clear the 4-hour 200. Stocks, it looks a little bit worse than SMH to me. Right, so we had a pop, and this is a little bit more like an inside. I think SMH has more of NVIDIA in the weighting, and NVIDIA barely dipped. So I think it was kind of a flash in the pan, but it was definitely like not good. If we had closed red on the day, I would have been like huge red flags going off. But because IGV pumped so much, I'll give it some grace here. But that was definitely a bit of a dump into the end of the day. But yeah, software having a huge move. Even Palantir, right? It's not even related to Workday at all. Up 4.6. This can still get to 190, maybe 200. Oracle had a nice move up 1.92. You mentioned INTU, Adobe up 4.5. Microsoft quite a bit. This is still going to pin around 500. I would imagine for the end of the week. And even Bitcoin, which is software related. And now down 1 cent on IBIT, like that is basically like a green trend day for Bitcoin these days. But you can see even right around 230, it caught a bid too, and everybody's talked about that positive correlation with software and Bitcoin. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. But ultimately, S&P, hanging around 7,800. Last I checked, the dealer's still, I mean, this might change tomorrow, but yeah, they're still long at that. So they can turn this into support. I think tomorrow might be kind of quiet and choppy. But we finally got to that 730 QQQ. We exceeded it. We talked about 735 as a right tail. It got to 734 and change, or just shy of 734. So we'll see if that plays out tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, when they show that, when I see something on the tape for like 7 days straight, that means they want it they want it to go there. So we were positioned for that, and did very well despite them kind of rugging our little stocks trade there towards the end of the day, which is, it's kind of like when it's like you order a drink and it's pretty good, but it's like they used like the wrong simple syrup. It's like you were this close to making it great, and it just anyway. So Q's up 1.16. We had the nice wedge breakout we talked about here. Looks pretty good. Let's see, is AMAP bouncing? It's hanging in there. So I see SMH is up a little bit now after hours, but anyway, let's move on here. Transports, sorry, Russell, new all-time high close. And then Dow hasn't done much lately. The transports here, trying to recapture the 50, closed right on it. It did get to 20. And then TLT, total losses, up 48 cents. Sorry, I was trying to think of an analogy. TMF, that's total money furnace. So that's what I usually go with. But yeah, it finished up 48 cents. It got to our 83 number, exact high of the day, 83. So it looks like a ping pong between 82.50 and 83 for tomorrow, unless something changes. Again, however, the short end is still acting well. So if we flip over, we can see, yeah, the 2-year yield came down, right? So that's a positive, and the 1 and 3 month were kind of flat to positive. So nothing seriously changing there. Markets like that, obviously. XHB, yep, XHB had an inside day. Watch this for a flag here. So that, it's still got to clear 111.50, 112. But it's firming up, and then IYR had a nice day up 1.33. It's doing what I wanted to on the weekly, which is pulled the 20 MA. So that hung in there. XLF dipped early. JPM did close red. That can still get to 370 though. But yeah, XLF did okay. KRE just so close to that all-time high. It's so close yet so far away. It's been here for like a month. But yeah, 78.81. Got another $1 to go. XPD held up nicely. New closing high. And then oil was all over the map. There was definitely like 100% insider trading that happened here today. So we had a little dip towards 80, and then just somebody started panic buying the hell out of it. And then we got news about Iran firing missiles to, whatever. And then that was a sell the news. So it topped out shortly after. I did talk about 127 in the trading room on USO, and that was it right there. So these dealer sheets work out very well if you know what to look for. If this somehow collapses, which I don't think it will, but if it does, 120 on USO will hold for tomorrow. But I don't think that would happen though. XLE continuing up here. Though 3 days of sideways, 2 days of sideways inside of Tuesday's price action, but like basically the identical candle. So gap down and then close to flat. Same thing with XOP. That's actually bullish. So I like what I'm seeing from those. OIH is kind of a wild card. Still got resistance right there. 420 area. And then the dollar got a little bit of a bounce. It held up a little bit. And gold did dip. So congratulations to anybody who was sold in news. We actually scalped this at 400 on GLD. That was another little trade we took here. So it was 44, I think 16 was our entry. Got out at 26 and a half. But I do think this closes at or above 400 tomorrow, unless something crazy happens overnight. But I think GLD could just flag here. Silver a little bit weaker than gold, but same kind of deal. PL, we talked about that yesterday, saying it's hammering on it but not making any progress. So that was a little weak. And then same thing with PA. So watch PA coming down towards that trend line there. And then copper, let's see what copper did. Yeah, I mean, back test to 20 and rebound. And then we mentioned Bitcoin. I mean, that was flat. Little doji there on the daily. So not much going on. But anyway, yeah, nice move on software for sure. Looks like Qs are up a little bit in the after hours. Is AMAT moving here? The backup? No. So it is, it got a bounce there. Let's see how SOXL, and yeah, they're getting a little bit of a bid. NQ holding up though, and IGV coming in. So NQ bidding a little bit now. I'm not sure if there's other news or earnings here, but we'll see. So anyways, guys, we'll wrap it up here. We'll see what we get tomorrow morning. Come find us 8:45. We'll be going live. Link is in the pinned comment. If you want to join the trading room, that's at conovertrades.com. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.